Good afternoon, friends. Today we will talk about one action of India and Quad, which can be really nightmarish for People's Republic of China. And since China is troubling everybody, so we need to make policies with which we can really threaten China to rectify, to correct its behavior, the kind of rogue state it has emerged to be for the entire civilized world. We are a peace loving nation, but we have to think about ourselves as well. And we can't allow China to do whatever it is doing. So let us first talk about Quad. What is this Quad? Quad, it is, I think most of you knows about Quad. It is a quadrilateral, and it is the full form of it is quadrilateral security dialogue. It is between four countries: the United States, India, Japan, and Australia. All these countries are part of the Indo-Pacific. On one end is India, and on one other the extreme end is United States, and Australia and Japan are in between. So this is a great group, though it is you can say it is an informal strategic forum till now, but now it is gaining momentum, and I think that it can duplicate NATO in Indo-Pacific. It has got all those potentials to duplicate NATO in the region of Indo-Pacific. So, a brief history of Quad. It was established in year 2007 and 2008, and then it was almost dormant up till 2017. And recently, it has again gained momentum, and I think this momentum will go for a long time, at least for a few decades, because of the behavior which is being done by People's Republic of China with all its neighbors, especially in the Indo-Pacific and South China Sea. See, in year 2008, we conducted Malabar exercises. We regularly conduct Malabar exercise with Japan and United States in our territory of Malabar. Uh, but in 2008, as we invited Australia as a non-permanent member in that exercise, and it joined, but China pressurized Australia. China was feeling threatened about it, and then Australia was not interested in joining these exercises. But now we are seeing the kind of move Australia is showing, the kind of threats, let it be economic threats or verbal threats, China has given to Australia. They went up till the length of calling Australia a chewing gum, which has got stuck on the soul of China, and it needs to be rubbed by a stone to remove that chewing gum. Such unparliamentary language against a country, it is really, it can't be tolerated. So now Australia is showing strength. Even it has raised its budget by manifold, defense budget, and it is due to China. Even if you look at defense white papers, I always recommend you to read these defense white papers of the countries. Even the Japanese defense white paper 2020, and they have specifically targeted China regarding the Sinqua Islands and the Chinese aggression in those islands. So now, what I think personally, and many of the defense analysts also to whom I have talked and spoken, they also believe that this time in the Malabar exercise, we should invite Australia, and I think we will invite Australia because already we have done agreement MOUs with Australia, and by which we can use our navy can use their Coco Island, and they can use our Andaman Island, and by that way we can block the Malabar Straits, the Malacca Straits, which is really a big tension, big headache for People's Republic of China, and that is the you can say that is the weakest point of China, those Malacca Straits. So on one end, it is the Coco Island of Australia, that is the Australian territory which Indian Army can use, and our territory of Andaman can be used by Australian Army, Australian Navy. So in the next Malabar exercise, we should invite, and I'm sure that we will be inviting Australia, and Australia will be eager to join it. And we are getting all those signals from Australia also, because the way they are treating India, they are outreaching India, they are outreaching Quad. That is showing their interest in joining the Malabar exercise as well. And I think we can, if as a Quad, as a unit, we perform military drills and navy drill in the South China Sea and Indian Ocean, it will be a real threat, real nightmare for China. I'm not giving, we are not the ones who give threats, but it will be a real nightmare to China. And I am getting signals of all those things, because recently America has done exercises, and they have done exercises in Philippines Sea and Indian Ocean. And on 18th of July, they conducted naval exercise with India. The PASEX exercise was conducted, and in that USS Nimitz, which is the biggest, the largest carrier uh, in the world, or definitely of United States as well as in the world, was joined by Indian Navy. And similarly, on 21st of July, they conducted exercise with Japanese Navy and Australian Defense Force. So America has done these exercises recently only and only with the Quad nations. They didn't invited other nations. They didn't invited the Malaysian Navy. They didn't even invited South Korean Navy, which is South Korea is in terms of strategy very close, very close ally of United States. US is having one of its largest base, one of the largest bases stationed in South Korea, but they did it specifically this time with the Quad nation. That shows that in coming days America can be a replica, an Asian replica of NATO in Europe. So I'm optimistic that things will go in a good direction. And I go up till that far that people sometimes say that you are going to another extent. I go up till that far that in near future Japan will become a nuclear armed state. And why it will become a nuclear armed state? Because they are having North Korea, which is a nuclear armed state. And though they have not officially officially announced it, but everybody knows that North Korea is a nuclear armed state, and that too with the support of China and Pakistan. Then Japan is having China, one more adversary, which is a nuclear armed state. So in that context, I think in near future we will see one more nuclear armed state which is a part of Quad, that is Japan. And Japan has increased its military expenditure, let it be in kinetic warfare as well as in space warfare. They are working hard. So I am going up till that length that sooner or later Japan will conduct nuclear tests as well. So I think this Quad will be uh, Asian replica of European NATO, and that will give real nightmare to China. Thank you.